Okay. I said I have a solution for something that I don't know how big of a problem it is, but we are in a time of year where we always hear about who is opting out of bowls. And the thing about a bowl opt-out is it benefits the player that's opting out, and that's it. And I'm not mad at the players for doing it. It's the real world, and they've got, their resume has been essentially submitted, and they don't need to boost their resume. They don't feel the need to boost their resume, and so they opt out of the bowl game. And, I mean, there's other ways to look at it, like, hey, you can make a living outside of football, and there's no, I mean, is it almost insulting to imply that you can't? However, as I look at this thing, I think there's a solution that everybody wins. And let's start with this. I'm in charge of a bowl game, or I'm in charge of paying a player an NIL deal. If I'm in charge of a bowl game, the first thing I do is I insure every player against career-ending injury free of charge. I buy insurance for every player to come play in my game against a career-ending injury. 1. 2 is I let it be known that if you come to our bowl game, your NIL platform gets TV time. And this might get mocked a little bit, but here's something to keep in mind. These bowl games get good ratings. They get good ratings. And which might surprise you, but it's true. So for eyeballs on your game, I'm not selling every single advertising space to advertisers. I'm going to give it to these kids to boost their product. I might even say, this is whomever, Marvin Harrison, brought to you by, Quick Lube, whatever it is going to be. I might include that in their graphic, and then when I put their picture up, I announce the starting lineup. I put their NIL, who their NIL deals are with. And if I'm an NIL, if I sign a kid to an NIL deal, I hope to get some return on my investment. So this is a bowl game where I'll get extra exposure. So, and the player might be able to sell that as part of the NIL deal. Hey, I'm not opting out of a bowl game. In fact, in the New World Order, I will negotiate that I get some airtime for you in a bowl game. So who wins here? Well, it feels like in this scenario, everybody wins. The player gets a guaranteed insurance policy against career-ending injury. The school, coaching staff, program, and fans get to see that player play. The bowl game gets to play a game where there's not a lot of opt-outs. The NIL provider gets the platform. The drawback, of course, is the cost, because the bowl has to offer up, or the TV partner has to offer up some advertising free of charge to the player of the NIL deal. But what they get back, you hope, is every player playing in their game. So, I'm thinking these things through, how we make this work in the New World Order. That's what I'm going with. And I feel like it's a win-win for everybody. Now, maybe the bowl will look at it and say, we're not giving away, or the TV network, we're not giving away free advertising time. Okay, well, it doesn't come without a cost. Now, is this a critical issue facing the world of college football? I mean, I don't know. I'd rather watch a game with everybody opted in than everybody opted out. So just something to think about.
Do you worry about opening up Pandora's box with all this advertising? Because it won't stop there. Well, why are we only doing this during bowl games? Why can't we do this all season long?
We haven't seen, I guess the only case, one of the Bosas, right, got hurt early in the year and shut it down.
It was Nick Bosa, I think.
Yeah, who might have been able to come back.
He shut it down early too. It
Yes,
seemed.
he
Like, was
announced really early in the year, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
He was projected to be a high draft pick and was. But I think that's a rare case scenario where kids will opt out of regular season games. I mean, I'll tell you an example. Like this year, people started to speculate that Caleb Williams would opt out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he didn't during the race. I don't think you're. I mean, Pandora's box has been opened, but will they opt out during the regular season? I don't know. But if you're signing someone to an NIL deal, you know what that's the best players who you want. That's the other side of this. There's a bit of an obligation on the players' part to be out there representing the school that they're getting paid the name, image, and likeness deal to be there.
Well, that's the Pandora's box I'm talking about, though. Like, if you want them, you let them advertise during bowl games. Why can't they advertise during week 2 against Maryland? You know?
Because the player's not opting out week 2 against Maryland. That's why. Just a thought.
I know, but you know how this works with money.
Would you stop?
I'm just saying that, we found a way to make money. How can we find a way to make more money? And the other question is how we can find a way more money off that money.
Kang's in favor of players opting out in week 2.
No, I'm not.
Is Kang a bad person? 248-539.
College football is so not the same anymore.
Dude, I know. It's wild.
So that's why I'm
trying to navigate the new world where it doesn't change for me as a fan. Because I want to see Ohio State play Missouri with everybody. I want to see Florida State play Georgia with everybody.
Sure.
That's what I'm speaking for what I want.
Of course. And it's not going to happen. And you're trying to find ways, I guess, to make it more feasible.
I'm trying to make it a win-win.
Mm-hmm.